We are nearing the end of the 2022 fantasy season. That means we need to start taking a look at the 2023 class for Dynasty purposes, right? This highly touted rookie class that we've been basically obsessed with for several years. Let's start looking at the rookie wide receivers, right? We'll get into the top 3 on today's video. It's early. It's probably way too early to be doing this video, but we're going to do it anyways. So before we get into it, guys, if you like what we're doing, subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, you have comments, right, drop those down below as well. All right, let's dive in. We'll start with rookie wide receiver number 3 in this 2023 class. And for me, that is Quentin Johnston out of TCU. So Quentin Johnston is your prototypical, athletic freak of a wide receiver, right? He currently is coming in at 6'4", 215. Obviously, it's December. We don't have combine numbers, so that's what we're going to go with. But Quentin Johnston reminds me of a Treylon Burks, of a DK Metcalf, a guy that just has the physical tools to absolutely dominate the NFL. When you look at the pros, it's everything I've just been talking about, right? The size, the speed, the physicality, the athleticism, right? All of those things are what make Quentin Johnston such an intriguing prospect. Now, when you're looking at what he does outside of just being athletic, he is a surprisingly good route runner for his size. That's not to say he's Keenan Allen, right? He's not going to just put guys into another dimension with his routes. That's not going to be him, I don't think, at any point in his career. Those are things that he's already solid at and he can get a lot better at, right? In the short to intermediate area, surprising quickness on slants, those types of things that help him get open and find leverage on smaller corners. He does that very well. Now, when you're looking at what he doesn't do well, like I said, right, he's not a true elite route runner. He's good for his size. That's fine. To me, that's not necessarily a negative, but it's something to note. Outside of that, he needs to get smarter as a player. And by that, I mean, when you watch him against zone coverage, he's not great at sitting down, right, and finding those soft spots, those easy catches that make you like a quarterback's best friend. That's not where he's at yet. Even with his size, he does struggle against some press coverage, which is interesting and odd, but that's just coaching, right? Put him at the NFL level. He's going to learn how to stop hand fighting and just, use his physicality, his frame to generate space on press coverage. These are things that will get better with time. For me, that's why he's the wide receiver 3. He has the physical tools. He has shown the traits to be great. He just has to refine his game. Moving on to our wide receiver 2 here. For me, that is Jordan Addison out of USC, the former Pitt product. Jordan Addison is going to be a heavily debated wide receiver because he has size concerns. That's the knock on Jordan Addison, right? He's listed at 6', 175. I don't think he's going to be that big come combine season. He might be like 5'10", 170, and I don't care. I don't care about Jordan Addison's size. Typically, I'm a staunch, small guys can't win in the NFL. But Jordan Addison just feels different, right? What he did at Pitt specifically, he turned Kenny Pickett into a first-round quarterback. Without Jordan Addison, Kenny Pickett is not a first-round pick. There is no chance, right? He puts up, let me have it right here, 1,593 yards with Kenny Pickett. And if you watch Kenny Pickett in the NFL right now, that's an extremely difficult task. Jordan Addison did it with ease and looked incredible doing it. He then transfers to USC, right? Caleb Williams, Lincoln Riley. And while the numbers have not been gaudy, right? You're looking at 875 yards right now. He has still proven he is just an incredibly talented wide receiver. Getting off the line, it is unlike anything you ever see. He is an incredible route runner. He eats up press coverage. He eats up zone coverage. All of these things that you need to do to become, like I said with Quentin Johnston, right? A quarterback's best friend. Jordan Addison does it. He is incredible, just, again, off of the line. His route running is nuanced. It is elite. It is like a veteran wide receiver. I'm going to use the Keenan Allen example again. I'm going to use it for our wide receiver 1 as well. Like, he is that level of route running. And again, he's not even in the NFL yet. He doesn't necessarily have, right, that top end freak speed, but he's still damn quick. He is still plenty of speed to burn. So I'm not concerned there either. Jordan Addison is going to be a first-round NFL draft pick, and wherever he goes, he is going to be incredibly good. Doesn't matter what he comes in at the combine. Do not worry about his size. It does not matter. He is going to have an incredible career. Jordan Addison, my wide receiver 2 out of USC. And to close us out, my wide receiver 1 right now in this class, it is JSN. It is Jaxon Smith-Njigba out of Ohio State. And I understand he's done nothing this season, right? 5 catches, I think 43 yards, 45 yards. Injuries, it's been just, he can't get on the field. It's a lost season. So we're going back to last year. And the last time we saw him fully healthy was 300 plus yards and 15 receptions against Utah, right? He puts up 1,600 yards last season with Chris Olave, with Garrett Wilson on the field. Jaxon Smith-Njigba looked like the best wide receiver on that team, and we're currently watching Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave have incredible rookie seasons and prove that they are NFL starting caliber, star caliber wide receivers. This is similar to, and I'm not going to say because they're not all of the same caliber talent here, so it's not a perfect comp, but it's like when Justin Jefferson came out, ate up the NFL, looked incredible. And then Jamar Chase came out, who was better in college. That is what JSN is to Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave. Now, the knock on him, right, is he operates heavily out of the slot. And again, like I said with Jordan Addison, that is not ideal for fantasy. But at 6 foot, 195, 200 pounds, what he's currently listed at, I don't think he can't operate outside, even though we haven't seen a ton of it. I think we would have seen more of it this year, but injuries have taken that away from us. However, even if he doesn't, I don't care. Think of him as a Cooper Kupp, Keenan Allen style player. A player that is going to work in the slot with freakish route running, similar to Jordan Addison, except I think better. He is a smooth runner after the catch. He is smooth in zone. He is smooth against a little bit of press coverage when he does see it. Jaxon Smith-Njigba is going to be a superstar wide receiver. I think all 3 of these guys are going to be star wide receivers. But there is something about Smith-Njigba here that I cannot shake. He will be my wide receiver 1 in this class, barring something unforeseen in the combine, like he runs like in the 4.8s, because he's not a top-end speed guy. But that's not going to happen. He'll probably be in the 4.6s, and I don't care. I'll live with it. All right, guys. Again, if you like what we're doing here, if you have questions, you have comments, drop them down below as well. As always, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.